Satya Dharma Reflection on June 20th, 2022. There is no need to choose whether it's inside or outside, otherwise it's going to be samutai, it's going to be the desire. Let's purify through the extinction, all the same to everything. Disregard even from the disregard itself right away, child. In the way that has nothing to do with options, whether it's inside or outside, whether it is about disregarding or not. Disregard even from the disregard itself. It doesn't grasp itself. There is no significance within the disregard itself in the way that has no options, whether it's inside or outside, blessing through Nirodha and Nibbana. This is not about blessing by using the mind in this way or that way, Dharma in this way or that way. That which is not about anything, even yes or no. No is not even no itself. Let's not choose anything, whether it's inside or outside. In a way that has no delusion to choose anything. Give no significance to the disregard itself, so that there is no delusion to it. In this way, it will be cutting within the cutting itself. This is not about knowing or not knowing. This automatically, it will have nothing to do with knowing or not knowing. When there is just about significance and meanings and opinions, it's still deluded. Give no significance to the disregard itself, bear with it simultaneously, within and without choosing sides. Let's not choose sides or anything whatsoever. Disregard even from the disregard itself. No choosing whether it is on the side of disregarding or not. Disregard even from the disregard itself, child. Neither choosing anything, whether knowing or not knowing, seeing or not seeing. No choosing inside or outside, attached or detached, liberated or not.
เวอรู้จักเวอไหมยังไม่ได้เวออยู่เดินด่าอะไรอยู่สรุปไปเรื่อยๆดิ
Don't be so absent-minded. Let's make a conclusion more constantly. Neither choosing inside or outside, disregard is not itself. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Well, to make a conclusion, cut through the cutting itself.
ไม่เนื้อหาตัดสรุปดีๆจะวน
Without using the essence to cut through well, one will just circling within, knowing, in seeing, on and on, circling with the usage of the mind on and on. Therefore, continue to use the essence of cutting deluded knowing, disregard even from the disregard itself, without being considerate within or without choosing inside or outside. Choosing itself is creates differentiations, is not giving balance to anything. Neither choose anything, child. Disregard even from the disregard itself. When there is choosing, it will be the desire that creates or leads towards differentiations. Nibbana is not Nibbana itself. Emptiness is not emptiness itself. What is there to choose? It creates from the desire. It's created from the desire. Learning the samudaya from the written alphabets, but doesn't really know about the samudaya practically. Only from the textbooks. The samudaya in the knowing one doesn't realize it. Knowing that doesn't cut through itself. Being obsessed to give significance in the knowing, which is the samudaya, overlaying the knowing. Therefore, there is no need to use options, inside or outside, senses or sense perceptions. No need to choose anything, child. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Let's use the essence of the conclusion through the cutting within the cutting itself more constantly. Disregard even from the disregard itself. The disregard doesn't grasp itself, child. Continue to use the essence of the cutting deluded knowing for samsara, neither about inside or outside. Nothing is within or without, child. Disregard even from the disregard itself well, with the essence of cutting deluded knowing. Let's not be obsessed with integration, the worldly, and Dharma. Don't use the samudaya overlaying the worldly and Dharma, the aggregates, body and mind, form and formlessness. Let's not be obsessed with significance and meanings and involvement. Disregard even from the disregard itself continually. No choosing whether it is worldly or Dharma, so that it will not become samudaya within worldly and Dharma. There is no such thing as someone who walks the path, worldly path or Dhamma path. is just the desire and delusion that proceed itself. There is just the delusive attachment which is in the path. Disregard even from the disregard itself. No is not no itself, child. Nothing is within being attached or detached. Nothing is within being liberated or not. Nothing is within the anicca, dukkha and anatta. It's not about anything within anything. No is not even no itself. No is not no itself. Help to make a conclusion for samsara through the essence of cutting deluded knowing. Let's not be so confused or doubt with anything. Disregard even from the disregard itself, cutting the cutting itself. Nothing is within cutting or not cutting, child. Whatever that is given is very well in purifying for samsara. There is no discrimination or differentiations here. It's not something that will create realm of existence. All types of karma overlaying aggregate body, mind and Dharma in all period of time. May everything be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Simultaneously, child, with all and everything. That which has nothing to do with karma, that which has nothing to do with karmic difficulties, that which is not about karma and karma, it's not about karmic difficulties to karmic difficulties. Therefore, diligently share the essence of cutting deluded knowing onwards. Without choosing inside or outside, without choosing anything whatsoever. Whether it is disregarding or not, neither choose it. Involvement or uninvolvement, neither choose it. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself, child. There is no need to choose neither involvement or uninvolvement. Other is gonna be something that one is grasping. Disregard even from the disregard itself. The disregard is not relevant to itself. Well with it. cut through even the mindfulness itself. Disregard, even from the disregard itself, is not about using the mindfulness to cut anything. Cut through the mindfulness itself. Whenever there is a fixation to the mindfulness, it becomes realm of existence instantly. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself, child. It's not about anything within attachment or non-attachment or detachment. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. It's not about anything within attachment or detachment. This is called no attach even to the non-attachment itself. Don't be obsessed to attach or non-attached. No attach even to the non-attachment itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. No is not even no itself, child. This is called no attach even to the non-attachment itself. This will purify all and everything. All about the person who is attached or detached. This is all about samudaya overlaying. It will purify all about the samudaya. No is not even no itself, child. No is not no itself. This is not about trying to reject anything on and on. No fixation even to the non-fixation itself. This is not about attempting to non-fixate to anything. The terminologies that support the essence. It is the terminologies that purify themselves. It will support the essence of Nirodha and Nibbana truly. This is not the terminology that creating something out of nothing. It purifies itself actually. Terminologies that are not to be fixated or to be circled with. They are not to create samsara in themselves. Terminologies that purify themselves. Cut through the cutting itself. This is not about using the cutting to cut something. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Don't use the disregard to disregard something. No is not no itself consistently, neither choosing inside or outside, which will turn into the purification of the extinction and the emptiness simultaneously with all and everything within blessing. Neither is choosing inside or outside. Disregard, even from the disregard itself, powerfully. Cut through the cutting itself. This is the reminder that cut through itself, that purifies itself. Why cut something to create exhaustion in itself? Cut through the cutting itself. Disregard from the disregard itself. Let go of the letting go of itself, while let go of something to create exhaustion in itself. Diligently make a conclusion through the essence, otherwise the Tithi will deceive oneself on and on. The karmic difficulties will deceive oneself on and on, being obsessed with significance and meanings and involvements, emotions of cats and dogs. Cut through the cutting itself right away. There is no need to cut something to create exhaustion to itself. Disregard even from the disregard itself. The disregard doesn't grasp itself. It is not relevant to itself. Let go of the letting go of itself. There is no need to deludedly let go of anything, because that is not truly letting go. That is the attachment to the letting go itself. In the same way as cutting. When one tries to cut something, it is a delusion to cut. So cut through the cutting itself. No, it's not no itself. Let's not reject anything, on and on. Continue to use the essence of cutting deluded knowing throughout. Let's purify throughout simultaneously, all the same, through the essence of cutting the deluded knowing. Neither choose inside or outside to create exhaustion, which is the desire, delusion, delusive attachment that overlaying the body and mind. Neither choose worldly or Dharma, while deludedly choosing anything. Let's be direct to use the essence of cutting deluded knowing, uninvolved within the uninvolved itself. This is direct essence of cutting deluded knowing. This is not about the beings walking a path, worldly or Dhamma. This makes the desire, delusion, and delusive attachment being cheerful. What is it within worldly or Dhamma? It is the delusive attachment, desire, and delusion that form up itself without self-purification. This turn into the karmic habits of the samudaya in the path, on and on. Let's end the one who walks the path itself. The disregard is not itself, child. Let's make a conclusion through Nirodha. There is no need to choose anything, whether it's inside or outside, letting go or not letting go, liberated or not, attachment or detachment. Let's conclude through Nirodha right away, disregard even from the disregard itself. There is no need to choose anything whatsoever, whether it is letting go or not, be direct to the conclusion of Nibbana. Disregard even from the disregard itself, child. This has nothing to do with knowing or not knowing well with it. Disregard even from the disregard itself. This will decrease the samudaya overlaying seeing or not knowing. The disregard is not itself simultaneously without choosing anything inside or outside, knowing or not knowing, seeing or not seeing, understanding or not. There is no need to choose anything. Then it will be automatically the essence of the cutting diluted knowing. To choose something, it is not cutting. It is an attachment. Even it is not about truly not attached or attachment. Still, it is the karmic difficulties of the delusive attachment, which is the delusive attachment that leads towards difficulties. Even is not truly attaching, it's still the delusive attachment that leads towards difficulties. The disregard doesn't grasp itself completely. There is no need to be considerate with the senses and sense perceptions, inside or outside, or the existence of the mind itself. There is no need to choose anything whatsoever. There is no need to choose whether it is yes or no. Involvement or uninvolvement, there is no need to choose to involve or uninvolve, to attach or to be detached. When there is no choosing, then it will not become samudaya overlaying. This is the conclusion of Nirodha and Nibbana for samsara. Continue onwards. This is called the great compassion.